Do you want to know your English level? In this video, I'll give you a quiz with 10 questions for each level of the CEFR scale from A1 to C2. By the end of this video, you'll be able to determine your approximate level based on how many questions you answer correctly. Before I continue, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon to get more videos like this if you are interested. The CEFR, or Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, is an international standard that describes language ability from beginner A1 to proficiency C2. If you're preparing for an exam like IELTS, TOEFL, or Cambridge, knowing your CEFR level can help you understand your strengths and weaknesses. Here is how the test works. I'll give you multiple choice questions for each level. Try to answer them and keep track of your correct answers. At the end of the video, you'll find out your level. Let's begin with A1, the beginner.
Bu test sadece İngilizce seviyeniz hakkında genel bir fikir vermek için hazırlanmıştır. Tam bir CEFR değerlendirmesi, konuşma, dinleme ve yazma becerilerine de içerir.
This quiz is designed to give you a general idea of your English level based on grammar and vocabulary. A full CEFR assessment includes skills like speaking, listening, and writing.
At A1 level, you should know basic grammar structures and vocabulary. Number 1. Which sentence is correct? She goes to school every day. She goes to school every day. She's going to school every day. The correct answer is she goes to school every day. Number 2. What's the opposite of big? Small, tall, short. The answer is small. Which word completes the sentence? I, a student. Is, am, are. I am a student is the correct answer. Number 4. How do you say 5:30, 5:30, 5 after 30? The correct answer is 5:30. Number 5. Which word is a color? Apple, blue, chair. The correct answer is blue. Number 6. What's the plural of child? Childs, children, children's. The answer is children. Number 7. Which word completes the sentence? I, in a small apartment. Live, lives, living. I live in a small apartment. Number 8. Which is the correct question? What your name is? What is your name? What are your name? What is your name is the answer. Number 9. Choose the correct word. She, happy today. Is, are, be. She is happy today. And the last one, what's the correct spelling? A is the correct spelling of February. If you got most of these right, you are at A1 level. So let's start with A2 level. Number 1. What's the past tense of go? Good, went, goes. Of course, the answer is went. Number 2. Which sentence is correct? She can to swim, she can swim, she can swimming. The correct answer is she can swim. After modals, we use the base form of the verb. Number 3. What's the opposite of cheap? Expensive, tall, heavy. The answer is expensive. Number 4. Which word completes the sentence? I was very... Because the movie was so funny. So I was very bored, funny, amused. The correct answer is amused. Number 5. Choose the correct sentence. I don't like coffee, neither tea. I don't like coffee or tea. I don't like coffee and tea. The correct answer is I don't like coffee or tea. Number 6. What is the superlative form of fast? More fast, faster, fastest. The answer is fastest. Number 7. Choose the correct question. Where did you went yesterday? Where did you go yesterday? Where you went yesterday? The answer is where did you go yesterday?
Number 8. Choose the correct sentence. I've seen my friend yesterday. I saw my friend yesterday. I seen my friend yesterday. The answer is I saw my friend yesterday.
Number 9. Which sentence is correct? We can't drive because we lost our keys. We can't drive because we lose our keys. We can't drive because we losing our keys. The correct answer is we can't drive because we lost our keys. And the last one, choose the correct sentence. She's more taller than me. She's taller than me. She's the most taller than me. The correct answer is she's taller than me. If you got most of these right, you are at A2 level. Now let's move on to B1. Question number 1. Which sentence is correct? If it will rain, we will stay home. If it rains, we will stay home. If it's raining, we will stay home. The correct answer is B. If it rains, we will stay home. Number 2. Which word means to improve something? Reduce, enhance, avoid. The correct answer is enhance. Number 3. Choose the correct sentence. I used to go to school by bus. I was used to go to school by bus. I used to go to school by bus. The correct answer is A. I used to go to school by bus. Number 4. What's the opposite of increase? Grow, reduce, expand. The answer is reduce. Number 5. Which sentence is correct? She suggested going to the park. She suggested to go to the park. She suggested go to the park. The correct answer is she suggested going to the park. After suggest, we use gerund. Number 6. Which sentence is grammatically correct? I enjoy to read books. I enjoy reading books. I enjoy read books. Similar to suggest, enjoy is also followed by a gerund. So the correct answer is I enjoy reading books. Question number 7. Which is a synonym for difficult? Complicated, easy, simple. The correct answer is complicated. Number 8. Choose the correct sentence. We have met 2 years ago. We met 2 years ago. We had met 2 years ago. The correct answer is we met 2 years ago. We have a specific time, so we use past simple. Number 9. What is the correct form? Despite she was tired, she finished her work. Despite being tired, she finished her work. Despite to be tired, she finished her work. The correct answer is despite being tired, she finished her work. Number 10. Choose the correct sentence. Neither my mother nor my father are at home. Neither my mother nor my father is at home. Neither my mother nor my father be at home. The correct answer is neither my father nor my mother is at home. We use singular verb after neither and nor. At B2 level, you should be able to use more complex sentence structures, understand formal, informal language, and have a wide vocabulary. Number 1. Which sentence is correct? I wish I have more free time. I wish I had more free time. I wish I will have more free time. The correct answer is I wish I had more free time. Number 2. Which word means to make something smaller or less important? Exaggerate, minimize, enlarge. The answer is minimize. Number 3. Choose the correct sentence. By the time we arrived, the meeting had already started. By the time we arrived, the meeting has already started. By the time we arrived, the meeting was already started. The correct answer is by the time we arrived, the meeting had already started because the meeting started before we arrived. So past perfect. Number 4. What's the opposite of compulsory?
Optional, necessary, required.
The answer is optional. Number 5. Which of these sentences uses the passive voice? The book read by millions of people. The book was read by millions of people. The book has been reading by millions of people. The correct passive form is B. The book was read by millions of people. Number 6. Which sentence is grammatically correct? If I knew you were coming, I would have prepared dinner. If I know you were coming, I would have prepared dinner. If I would have known you were coming, I would have prepared dinner. The correct answer is if I knew you were coming, I would have prepared dinner. The first part, if I knew, is past simple, refers to an unreal present situation. I didn't know. The second part, I would have prepared dinner, would have plus past participle, refers to the past result. That didn't happen. Number 7, which is a synonym for accurate, precise, unclear, approximate. The synonym is precise. Number 8, choose the correct sentence. Despite of his lack of experience, he got a job. Despite his lack of experience, he got a job. Despite he lacked experience, he got a job. The correct answer is despite his lack of experience, he got a job. Number 9. Which sentence uses the correct relative clause? The book which I bought is very interesting. The book which I bought is very interesting. The book what I bought is very interesting. The correct answer is the book which I bought is very interesting. And the last question. Choose the correct sentence. She advised me taking a taxi. She advised me to take a taxi. She advised me take a taxi. Advice should be followed by infinitive. So the correct answer is she advised me to take a taxi. If you got most of these questions right, you are at B2 level. Now let's move on to C1. At C1 level, you should be comfortable with advanced grammar structures, idiomatic expressions, and academic language. Let's start. Number 1. Which sentence is correct? No sooner had I left the house when it started raining. No sooner had I left the house than it started raining. No sooner I had left the house than it started raining. The correct answer is no sooner had I left the house than it started raining. Number 2. Which word means to make a situation worse? Alleviate, exacerbate, improve.
The answer is B.
Number 3. Choose the correct sentence. Hardly did she enter the room, everyone stopped talking. Hardly she entered the room, everyone stopped talking. Hardly had she entered the room when everyone stopped talking. The correct answer is C. Hardly had she entered the room when everyone stopped talking. Number 4. What's the opposite of ambiguous? Clear, complicated, vague. The answer is clear. Number 5. Which of these sentences uses inversion correctly? Never I have seen such a beautiful sunset. Never have I seen such a beautiful sunset. Never seen I such a beautiful sunset. The correct answer is never have I seen such a beautiful sunset. If you want to learn more about inversion, I have a very short video and I've added a link here for you to check out. Question 6. Which sentence is grammatically correct? If he had studied harder, he would pass the exam. If he had studied harder, he would have passed the exam. If he studied harder, he would have passed the exam. The answer is if he had studied harder, he would have passed the exam. Number 7. Which is a synonym for meticulous? Careless, precise, hasty. The answer is precise. Question 8. Choose the correct sentence. It was such an interesting book that I couldn't put it down. It was so an interesting book that I couldn't put it down. It was such interesting a book that I couldn't put it down. The answer is it was such an interesting book that I couldn't put it down. Number 9. Which sentence uses the correct subjunctive form? It's essential that she studies for the exam. It's essential that she study for the exam. It's essential that she study for the exam. The correct answer is it's essential that she study for the exam. Subjunctive verbs are followed by the base form of the verb. And the last question. Choose the correct sentence. The CEO insisted that the report be rewritten. The CEO insisted that the report was rewritten. The CEO insisted that the report had been rewritten. The correct answer is A. The CEO insisted that the report be rewritten. If you've answered most of these questions, congratulations. You are at C1 level. Let's move on to C2. C2 is the highest level in the CEFR. Speakers at this level should be able to use highly advanced grammar, sophisticated vocabulary, and complex sentence structures
effortlessly.
Question number 1. Which sentence is correct? Were I to know the answer, I would tell you. If were I to know the answer, I would tell you. If I were to know the answer, I would tell you. The correct answer is, were I to know the answer, I would tell you. This is an example of inverted conditionals, a formal way to express the second conditional. The standard form of this sentence would be, if I were to know the answer, I would tell you. However, in formal or literally English, the if is omitted and where moves to the beginning, creating an inverted conditional. This structure is used for hypothetical situations in the present or future. Number 2. Which word means a subtle or slight difference in meaning? Nuance, omission, ambiguity. The correct answer is nuance. Number 3. Choose the correct sentence. Had I known you were coming, I would have prepared dinner. If had I known you were coming, I would have prepared dinner. If I knew you were coming, I would have prepared dinner. The correct answer is, had I known you were coming, I would have prepared dinner. This is an inverted third conditional sentence. Number 4. What's the opposite of ephemeral? Transient, permanent, brief. The answer is permanent. Number 5. Which sentence uses the correct idiomatic expression? Let's call it a night and go home. Let's call it the night and go home. Let's call the night and go home. The correct answer is, let's call it the night and go home. Number 6. Which sentence is grammatically correct? He needn't have bought so much food. He didn't need to have bought so much food. He needn't to have bought so much food. The correct answer is A. He needn't have bought so much food. Number 7. Which is the synonym for perspicacious?
Insightful, foolish, clumsy.
The answer is insightful. Number 8. Choose the correct sentence. Little did they realize what was about to happen. Little they did realize what was about to happen. Little did they realize what was about to happen. The answer is A. Little did they realize what was about to happen. The standard word order would be, they didn't realize what was about to happen. Another inversion. Number 9. Which sentence uses correct formal academic English? The results suggest that further research is necessary. The results suggest further research to be necessary. The results suggest that further research necessary is. The answer is A. The results suggest that further research is necessary. And the last one. Choose the correct sentence. Not until the meeting was over did they begin to discuss the real issue. Not until was the meeting over did they begin to discuss the real issue. Not until the meeting was over did they begin to discuss the real issue. The correct answer is, not until the meeting was over did they begin to discuss the real issue. This sentence follows negative inversion with not until. The standard sentence would be, they didn't begin to discuss the real issue until the meeting was over. When we use not until at the beginning, we invert the auxiliary verb, which is did here, and subject, they. So the sentence would be, not until the meeting was over did they begin to discuss the real issue.